So I'm going to walk through some of these components on how we promote through QuuPromote. And I think it's super easy, and I'll just show you how. So I made a post just a few minutes ago on Facebook, and probably half of the posts I make, you can repurpose into an article because they're just long enough to be articles. Like this one, actually an hour ago. You see this one here on Facebook? They go on and on. And usually the first sentence, I've already written the headline for you. If you just take the first sentence here, that's the title of the blog post. You can't do SEO. And then I go on and on. I make a key point. Like, here's all the things that you actually would do for SEO. And then here's some bullet points about that. Because on Facebook posts, you don't get all the formatting, right? And then I'll
Yeah.
say, like, here's the things that you can't do that are bad. And here's a list of these things, right? And then I'll tell a story or two. And then I'll make some kind of summarizing point, which is usually the framework that I use when I'm teaching something. And when I'm weaving in stories, I always like to have EEAT, which is Google wanting us to show real experiences. So this is yesterday. I was in Phoenix and I recorded with my friend Thomas Ballantyne. You can't see here, but he's got his white shirt on. So he's a practicing Mormon. And he's been the guy who's run marketing for this pest control company since 2006. So it's been 18 years. So we filmed the whole afternoon, Danny, me, and Thomas. And then Parker, 19 minutes ago, took that article I wrote as a Facebook post and he turned it into this blog post. Posted this one on blitzmetrics.com, posted under my name. And it's here's why you can't do SEO, which is what I said as the first line. But he added this for your website, which is kind of redundant because SEO is for your website mainly, but ranking in search engines, I guess technically could be anything that could show up in Google, right? And you could see that he's added some other things, which because he knows my material well enough, it's not like adding garbage. It's not vandalism, which is what the other VAs will do, right? And he adds in other links that are relevant because you can't do links in a Facebook post. So, relevant links to articles like here's our main article on EEAT. Here's a client, Caliber Gutters. So Parker's linking to all sorts of clients here, just fine. But notice the anchor text is relevant. Repurpose into a blog post. Actually, this is not. This goes to my interview with Corey Vandenberg on LSA. So it's not really about repurposing, but you could. Oasis IV Therapy. So linking to them, which is fine. You don't want to do it too much because then it's obvious to Google that, we're just trying to push our stuff. So digital marketing, that's fine. That's putting our referral link. It's a little bit heavy on the linking, Parker, but that's okay, right? Linking the bulwark. But a lot of these are not these links, like you're just linking to the pest control company or linking to IV therapy or like that's just be careful because it looks like
Yeah, it's redundant. I agree.
you're not doing it for the user. You're clearly doing it for the search engine. Like it's obvious, right? And you can see like the whole point of this article that I wrote is don't do stuff for the search engine, do it for the human. So don't violate the very thing that this article is about, right? Because if Google people and Google people will see my articles, they're going to see like, well, he's saying show real experience instead of trying to do things to trick Google. And here we are violating the very thing that I'm saying don't do, right? So you can put I'm not saying never link to clients. I'm not saying don't link to anything. Just make sure it's relevant, make sure it adds value. So here, this is almost there. So I recorded a podcast with this guy who has an agency for personal injury firms. And then I did repurpose that into a blog post. So okay, that's okay. Yeah, because that's real expertise because it ties to EAT. But then this is not relevant. Someone's saying, well, if you do IV therapy, like our friends here, you want to be networking with other health professionals. And then, oh, if you do B stuff, other, B stuff, pest control. So these are two I shouldn't have to explain from an English comprehension logic standpoint, like this doesn't make any sense, right? Like that you wouldn't, no one would say this in a logic, like there's no reason to do this except because you're just trying to link to these clients, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I completely agree.
Okay. Just be careful because a lot of VAs, a lot of people are well-meaning and they're doing what we call vandalism, right? In this case, these people think they're helping
Or
us. They're
personal
really just,
property.
they're like spray painting our stuff, but they think they're making our house nicer. They think they're like painting the house, but they're just ruining things. We got to come and clean up, right? That's vandalism's bad, right? Even if they don't realize they think they're helping us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here's a real signal. So if I was to show this picture of me and Larry Kim, the way I do it to make it relevant, Parker, is instead of just throwing in a picture like this, which says nothing, because here's like Google's looking for real signals, picture of Larry Kim and me, Yahoo. Like there's like this picture just like randomly inserted, right? But if I wanted to follow what we're talking about with real signals, I'll say, if I want to be known for Google ads, and I'm associated closely with the #1 spender of Google ads in person, having dinner, speaking at conferences, known him for years, not just because he linked to me from the WordStream blog, but we're actually real friends. Google sees that signal, just like a human would see the signal. And there's no difference because Google can, if a human can see it, Google could see it. And Google is as smart and arguably smarter than a human now. That's the point of my whole article. So here's an article. So he can fix it tomorrow. It's not bad, you know, did it real quick. And then we're going to go to QuuuPromote. And any article and any YouTube video, as long as it's an article that is worthwhile, worth sharing, not like some obvious promo thing, then I'll come in here, paste the URL in, hit promote, and then I got to choose a category. And there's maybe, 200 some categories. So you want to read through this a few times just so like you know what the categories are. And this one's SEO. So I might type in SEO. I don't think that's a category. Well, actually, no, that's right. It is local marketing and an SEO. So local business marketing SEO is probably more relevant than regular SEO, but some of these tags get more traffic than the other ones. So it's a 50-50 between these two. There's also one on digital marketing, digital advertising, but I'm not talking about advertising. Digital nomad, that's not it. Digital forensics, that's not something we'd ever choose. Digital transformation, we'd never choose that, even though it's got digital in it. So I could choose digital marketing, but the title and the whole theme about what is real SEO or not for local businesses, this is going to be a common one, local business marketing SEO. Then I hit promote and it's done. There it is. See how easy that was?
That's
So
it.
that's it. But you have to choose the right category. That's it. Put in the URL, choose a category, hit promote. So easy. Like I can do literally, 50 of them in 10 minutes.
So we go to the article and then we just copy the URL,
Yeah.
paste it, and then hit promote and find the right category.
Yeah, but you got to know what the categories are. So here's an easy one. So you can see we have 177 left, and these things run for 90 days. So I could look at any of these active ones and sort by the ones that have gotten the most shares and most clicks. So this one did pretty well. This one's done really well, 2,000 shares. And you can see here, 86 out of 90 days remaining. So it's basically just got started. So, we'll come back. This one is going to expire in just over 2 weeks, right? So probably want to
Yeah.
refresh that one. So I can kind of see like some of these, like this one is like better on the clicks relatively, 797 clicks, 1,300 shares. This one has 1,300 shares and 49 clicks. So you can see how like some do better for shares and some do better for clicks. And some of them, they just do really well. They get like 1,000 something shares or maybe 500 some clicks. I kind of like clicks more because it means they went to the website. But if I look at the most recent ones we submitted, you'll see they're like, you know, the one I just submitted had 1 click, which I think is a robotic click. And there are a whole bunch yesterday that I renewed that we had submitted like months ago, but their 90 days ran out. So I just renewed them. So, and these are the ones I just renewed yesterday. So it says like 89 out of 90 days, right? Remaining because I just re-renewed them to run another 90 days, right? So the
Yeah.
easiest thing you can do is look at the ones that are expired. And if it's an active client, just renew it, right? So are they an active client? So this one, so it's either a YouTube video or it's an actual URL. YouTube sometimes can do as well. So I have to look at this one to see, is this actually, click on a little eyeball thing and see, is this actually a client? Master Touch Outdoor Living. And then I'll just click like on it just because I think it's a good thing. So Master Touch is a client. So you can always look at the client roster to see what the current clients are. And so that did pretty well. So I'll promote it again, right? Construction industry. I don't think there's a pool one, but I could always check. Pool, no. Maybe home services. But the thing is, like, home services is for people that are looking for home services, but really I'm using this to influence other home service businesses to hire us. So that would be, there's like real estate industry, advertising industry, right? Industry. So you know the difference between real estate versus real estate industry, or fitness versus fitness industry?
Not really.
So like fitness could be like, Dorian Yates on how to do a barbell curl. Like Jay Cutler wins Mr. Universe again. Some, stuff like people who are fitness enthusiasts, but fitness industry is for people who are in the industry. Like they do it professionally as a job, right? So fitness people to get together at conferences, what are they talking about? So here, like real estate industry, these are the people, like what information would you have for real estate agents that are buying and selling houses, which is not the same as real estate, which is just for people that are buying and selling houses. The industry is for the people that do that professionally, right? So here, like hospitality and tourism industry, that's for, I mean, we don't do a lot of hotels and like Disneyland and attractions and things like that. But if we did, and we wanted to bring in other people in the hotel industry, then we would choose this. Or if we want to hit up other restaurants to sign up for our stuff, as opposed to the people that go to these restaurants, like food, beverage, restaurant by itself would be like, oh, here's some food. Here's the new place they opened. Here's their pizza, right? Something that would appeal to a consumer. But food, beverage, restaurant industry is here's the actual companies and here's information for those companies. Does that make sense between just like a consumer thing versus the industry? Can you explain that back to me? What is the
Me?
difference between like fitness and fitness industry?
It's
Me?
B2B versus B2C.
Yeah, I want to hear Elias say it. Yeah.
Man, put me on the spot. Um, fitness industry is people who do it professionally, like as a job, and people who just do fitness do that for like fun and like aren't serious about it.
Yeah, consumers like, you're a consumer, you lift weights and go to the gym and things like that, but you're not a professional trainer. You don't own a gym, right? So in this case here, this could be under home services, but home services would be for people like consumers that are looking for home services. And construction industry is probably better because we're talking about the SEO for a pool company. So why would some person who's looking, so from a consumer standpoint, I wouldn't choose home services because this article is about remodeling a pool. Well, actually, I guess it could be used for consumers. But if it was like how to do SEO for a pool company, that would be for the industry, right? Because like some homeowner that wants to remodel their pool, they don't care about the SEO of the pool company. You know what I mean? But other pool
Yeah.
companies, they care about the SEO. So yeah, construction industry, maybe. Actually, I think this is consumer oriented, so I might just choose home services. Yeah, swimming pool remodeling, YouTube. Yeah, okay, fine. It's not industry specific content. So I renewed that. Said I had 257 remaining. So let's see. How to test your swimming pool water. This one did well, so let's promote that again. Construction industry. Testing swimming pool water is not for the industry. That's home services, not an, you see why it's not an industry article? And if you're off a little bit, it's not a huge deal. And this one, how much does it cost to repipe a house? Well, this ran for 90 days and it didn't do very well, right? So probably not renew that one, not renew any of these ones. Like these are all weak. These are all like 20 shares. I like to see like, if we can get a few hundred, that's pretty good. Like this is almost good enough. 56 shares and 31 clicks. Clicks are probably worth more. It's hard to get good clicks. But if you think about the title, it's probably the title. Here's how often you should really be changing your air filters. Like, do you care about that?
Not
Elias, like
really.
how often I mean, maybe sometimes you care, right?
Yeah. Like if I really need to change them.
Yeah. But it's not like people search on that very often. It's not like that's interesting or, things with pets tend to do better, but not always. 10 bugs and rodents that are dangerous to your pets, 23 shares, 8 clicks. Eh, this one's not bad. 7 compelling reasons to use eco-friendly pest control techniques. I mean, 75 shares and 17 clicks. Like, yeah, sure, we'll do that one. It's under pest control. Like, okay. I don't think there's a pest control industry one, but it is for consumers. It's for, the people in homes, like they have pets. This is decent. 75 shares, 5 clicks. Which of these do you think, Elias, we should promote just based on the numbers here? Which would you promote?
I would probably promote the what is integrated pest management one
Okay. Why would
because
you?
it has a decent amount of clicks and shares.
Good choice. Category pest control. Would you keep that?
Yeah,
You would. See, done. See how easy that is? Now we
yeah.
have 257 left, you see, right? So we'll just keep going and find ones like which ones look like they're pretty good.
The what to know about rats and mice.
That's the same one I was looking at. So boom, done. That's easy. Now we've, used up another credit and we're kind of scanning, seeing which of these look pretty good. And this is like almost good enough. I feel like if it just had a few more clicks,
Yeah,
something with like 100 and 100, then it's like, oh, that's for sure. That's awesome. But most of these are not very good. Just like these ones with Dan Hewlin just suck. 8 and 4, 10 and 4. And it's because the video editor sucked and didn't know what the key points were. And they didn't choose a good headline. The most important part is a good headline. And well, just as important, I guess, is the thumbnail. Like when you're on YouTube, you look at the thumbnail and like decide whether it's
yeah,
worth clicking on. So it's the same thing here. Like these aren't really good thumbnails. Now, active listening is a great topic. We think that's super important, but the title active listening is not compelling. And the thumbnail sucks. And it's YouTube. So if anything, YouTube, like we prefer having clicks to the website instead of YouTube. Why?
because the website takes us directly to the main source, and
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't.
And YouTube, I mean, that's still part of Google, but we really like it when we can send it to our site. So we prefer our site. I mean, we'll still if something on YouTube does well, we'll push it. This one, Law US. So this is a personal injury attorney, Miley Legal. So they're a client, they're a current client. So I'll promote that. This is not bad. It's got a fair number of both. Car accident,
Yeah,
do if you're hit by a commercial truck. So that's good. None of these are, I mean, this is okay.
if it had a little more shares, it'd be better.
Yeah, it would be. But we've been burning, like I pay for 300 credits per month, and we basically throw most of them away every month. So we might as well use
I
it,
had a
to throw them away. Like we got a week left, we got to use them up, right?
scroll up really quick.
Yeah.
How to provide Google Business Profile Optimization services.
Oh shoot, that's really good. Look at that. It's killer.
Yeah,
And
the
then
one right next
killer
to it
too.
too.
These are both killer.
And there's some below that are good too.
Yeah, so hit all these. These are all, yeah, you got a good eye. Shoot.
Yeah.
I just got off of a plane from Phoenix.
Hmm.
Okay. You see how easy this
Yeah, and
is? Like,
there's
you caught ones I didn't even catch.
yeah,
Like
there's
these are
those all the
awesome.
way in the bottom row.
These are
That
all
entire
awesome.
row is good.
Yeah, I wish I could just like select them all, but I have to go one at a time. And okay, so you see what I'm doing here? I'm pretty sure you can do this too. Look, oh, these are all awesome. Look at these. These are all,
Yeah. Looks like the
oh yeah,
lower you
these
go,
are
the better
awesome.
they get.
Yeah. It looks like when we promote it, it keeps the total number of shares. So it wasn't, it's like the cumulative number. So sometimes we let it promote like 3 or 4 rounds over and over again. It might be like its second, third, fourth, or fifth 90-day cycle.
Oh yeah.
So it might not be as good as it seems, but still, it's got 1,000 shares. I mean, it's even if it
Right
went
here.
cycles, it's still killer. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, there's this one got 1,005.
Yeah.
I think it is the digital marketing category.
Yeah, so we'll just try more things, and as long as it's related to, and almost everything we do is related to digital marketing.
Yeah. So you got all these right here.
Yeah, do all those are all
And you
great.
can go, there's this one right here.
Yeah, and we like to promote clients too. So like, I really would love to see more from Western Trading Post and some of the financial advisors. So you'll be able to see like who our favorite clients are.
But is this what you meant by the articles?
That's those are all YouTubes.
Oh, these are? Okay.
You can see YouTube. Yeah, but if it's a website, I'd like it even more than you. I mean, if it it does really well on YouTube, fine, but let's promote it. But I really like to
Here's
promote.
Western Trading Post.
Yeah, that's good. Promote that one.
45 and 44. And then you got all these.
Yeah. But you get the idea now, right?
Yeah, I do. That's what you want me to do?
Yeah, it doesn't take very long. Just look at the expired ones, and then you can start to look at some of the ones that we've not promoted yet. I've written a ton of articles. Parker's written a ton of articles. Our clients are writing articles. So then you want to look at that. Musa Mill will be able to give you a list. I'll give you that there's a sheet where we keep all the active clients, and then you'll just look through when they've made blog posts.
All right.
You can promote those. You feel like you're learning?
Yeah, I do actually. But with the articles you were talking about, this isn't what you meant, right?
So we were looking at promoting the ones that expired, but there's a lot that just haven't even been in the system to begin with that are from clients or from
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So anything you see that's on Blitz metrics or anything that has me in it, that's good, you can promote that. There's so much stuff.
All right.